All right, what do we have? I'm looking at Silo. So Silo is one of my psychedelic ones, okay? And they're up 15%. I'm holding them in my Roth because I got them at a real low. Silo has not been having the best time, okay? So we have them, actually it was around here, like the 40-cent range. I said, how much lower can they go? They didn't. Now the reason, if we look at ATI, you got ATI in the $5 range sometimes. There we go. ATI is a grower. God damn. I would have been better off putting it in ATI, but here's what I'm waiting on, Silo. I'm holding some ATI. I'm holding some. Actually, I have a decent stake in Compass Pathways. And what are they? This was when they did. Oh, they came out with the data. It wasn't like. It was not bad data, but they didn't have the two endpoints or whatever the fuck they say. So people were like, blah. But Compass Pathways, Silo Pharma, you also have Cybin. These are all your psychedelics. And remember, Kennedy likes psychedelics. Ooh, Cybin actually used to be in the 8 when I sold out. Cybin is certainly on a shithole low. And then GHRS, man oh man, they might have been one of the top ones. But here's the thing. Silo has not gotten to their clinical trials yet. They're preclinical trials, so that's why they look like such shit, okay? But they strengthened their intellectual property portfolio with a new Japanese patent grant its research partner, Columbia University. I think that is an excellent little thing here. The company's lead PTSD, the patent, which follows a recent Australian patent, covers serotonin 4 receptor agnosis of stress treatment. So, Silo is waiting, for sure. But I like that they're doing stuff in other countries. I like that with any biotech. When you're looking at biotechs, looking at patents, things like this in other countries is certainly something that could lead to a promising thing. Because you also have like IXHL also into this kind of, doing these kind of things, therapies. But the sleep apnea one is their main one now. But anyways, I think that Silo could. And I feel like it's coming close to the time their data is supposed to be released. I do believe that their data was going to be released. What does Market Beat say? What they might tell us what the thing was. This is actually going to have HOTH, which people on TikTok were very bullish on HOTH because that guy, penny stock billionaire, was pumping HOTH. Damn, HOTH. Well, I'm glad for all those people that got stuck, because some people bought at the freaking $1.69 range, and then they were asking me about it, and then I felt bad. But now, if you wanted to sell to that HOTH, and you were in HOTH, you would want to do that. But anyways, wait, what's the other ones on this list? Oops. God damn it. All right, it's going to say HOTH, strongest performer, with multiple preclinical assets, including obesity drug candidate. Dude, that is interesting for sure, but keep in mind, don't go rushing in to get any HOTH, because I'm telling you people, preclinical, unless it was like gonna get there, when they switch from preclinical to clinical, that's certainly a time where you could really see some forever movement where they might not go back down. But like I said, biotechs, ruthless here. Silo up 29% in 2025, 7 months. Large G, non-binding letter of intent, 50-50. What? Dude, this 50-50 joint venture with HUD to develop obesity candidates. Successful partnership will give Silo exposure to the rapid growing obesity market. That is excellent. I did not know that. Good thing we opened this fucking dumb shit up. That's a little different from Silo's primary novel traditional psychedelic therapy. So then the 4 candidates in the preclinical stage. That's good. SP for fibromyalgia, SPU for multiple sclerosis. I think I like them, people. I think I like them. But of course, penny stock biotechs, they can be a shithole, a real shithole. But Silo is really at one of its shittiest. But for HOTH, you'd want to get in HOTH earlier. But now, I was thinking on HOTH, but now I think I'm just going to keep my Silo stake and maybe even go bigger in the Silo stake. And then this one, Annex, focus on oncology slightly further. Everyone's on cancer. But what if they do? See, the reason that generate tumor-specific antigens. Now that's an interesting one. you could say, when it's the tumor-specific antigens. I'm wondering if they're doing, this must become kind of gene center. And the fact I like Department of Defense stuff, that's interesting. But, okay, and then speaking of other little penny stocks, this one's not biotech, but they have BURU. Not fucking me. I think BURU is going to be ready for something. I really do. People, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm holding a lot of BURU. A lot of BURU. Now they're down to 14. Oh, they went down to 16. Who do I got? Like 4,000 shares. And I think BURU, I'm down on them. But this split here, offering, not split, offering, sorry. Today announcing a 12 million public offering, raising significant capital to advance its ambitious transformative strategy. Now, if we see BURU pop after an offering, that could be a very good sign, because you had ONS do their offering. It lasted for like a day, and then ONS was up the very next day. I don't really think BURU is going to have this happen, but, oh wait. Additionally, the company offered warrants to purchase up to 150% of aggregate number of shares, with an exercise price of 0.17 per warrant share, which common warrants immediately exercisable, expire 5 years from the date. Okay. And then this is supposed to be for Techni. And Techni has their golden bubble. Their something bubble, where it's basically, it sounds very Palantir-ish. And Techni also has sales set that they're going to be selling. So they have the new firmly joint base, owned 80% by BURU, 20% will drive innovative for growth, America's defense. Joint venture focus on advanced defense products tailored for America's manufacturing and selling existing products, the Techni products, managing direct sales to non-Italian clients. In this regard, the capital raise is expected to unlock 7.5 of Techni's existing orders. That's that bubble. And the funds will support a supply chain financing strategy to strengthen the partnership between Techni and Flyer Defense, a U.S. company collaborating with Techni to produce Flyer 72 heavy-duty vehicle. Oh, because the vehicle, whatever Techni's golden or defense bubble thing is, tactical tactical dome. That's what they're calling it, a tactical dome. The tactical dome is it's like communications. It can drop drones and stuff, scrambling blackout communications for opposing sides, but it's supposed to be mounted on a vehicle. So I'm thinking that's why they're making those heavy-duty flyer vehicles. And the state of the art announced February 2021-25. BURU will controlling interest in Orbit, a SAI startup that specializes in operational resilience. Orbit already boasts an existing portfolio made of 18 clients and 2,000 daily users. I just think that BURU, I think I could do something. And then today, we didn't have the best day for MBOT. MBOT did an offering to these fucks. Except the offering, not plummeting them. And MBOT, if they're going to be selling this system, they're going to have to make the Liberty. They're going to have to produce the Liberty robotic systems to be selling them. So, MBOT, I'm hopeful on. But they do this shit. 92.2 potential funding, and it will be interesting to see how quickly it closes. Preferred investment options exercise agreements that could generate $92 million in gross proceeds. If these there's going to be 13 million shares of common stock. And another thing about MBOT is it was majority retail investors. So maybe it looks like I would maybe assume that MBOT is trying to get more big institutional investors. And now that they have this approved, their Liberty systems, I do think robotic surgery, the capital deployment strategy focused on continued development and commercialization of their Liberty robotic system, potential strategic acquisitions, expansion of applications from existing IP and general working capital. The comprehensive financing approach provides the microbot with substantial operational runway while creating a potential secondary capital. I think they'll do it. And we have our sweet baby HUMA site. Lowest of the lows, people. Lowest of the lows. Oh my God. You could really say, fuck that. Fuck that, people. What do we think? And then, let me see here. We got our humusite, and this would be some data out. Humusite announces positive outcomes for Symvess in Journal of Vascular Surgery publication. 0 infections, 100% limb salvage. Humusite's bioengineered vessel shows promise in hospital injuries. People, this is the kind of stuff they need. And then people will be like, humusite. The study focused on 12 patients with hospital-acquired vascular complications from their VI-00. Key results, 92% secondary patency blood flow. Follow-up, 23.3 minutes with 100% limb salvage and 0 conduit infections. The patients required arterial repair due to various complications, including vascular interventions, tumor resections, and orthopedic surgery injuries. Risk of graft failure. What are they saying? Noted in the box warning. What are they putting this for? Stupid. I think it's time soon. I've been saying this for quite a while, but I do believe, and all this congressional stuff, and we already know that in the big beautiful bill, well, in one of the things that they had advocated for, they literally mention humusite, not by word. They don't say Symvess or humusite, but they just say a recently FDA-approved biotech has been showing promise in vascular repair. So if humusite is recommended bought for all these military bases people, it'll be a new dawn, a new day for humusite, most definitely.